Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you guys. Hope you're well. Welcome to the channel. What's up, Lee Berger? See you're already ready and tuning in. Good to see you. We're gonna go ahead and get things started on this September the 15th, and we're gonna look at Bitcoin, guys. It's getting ready to dump or it's getting ready to pump, and I'll show you what to watch for. We're going to weigh the options. Is it going to pump or is it going to dump? What will it look like if it starts pumping? And if it starts dumping, what should we expect to see? So, listen, I'm not here to give you financial advice for sure. I'm just here to show you how the market looks from my perspective, from an Elliott Wave perspective. So, hope you're well. What's up, Kimosabi? Hey, man. Missed you last week. Glad you're back. Hope you're well. Hope everybody's doing all right in your end. Edward Park, hey buddy. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Brother, I think that's the first live stream you've missed since you started moderating my lives, brother. So don't you worry about it a bit. No worries at all. All right, guys. Well, welcome, guys. We're going to jump right into the analysis. Good to see you again, Chemo. Hope you're well. Hey, Pete. Good to see you, man. You got to come back in the mornings. I'm live in the mornings. You want to do a little trade and come on and see me? Peter. Love to spend some more time with you there, buddy. All right. First one you missed since 2019. That's crazy, buddy. That is crazy. That's amazing, man. That is an amazing statistic. That's awesome. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, well, let's jump in, guys. Again, no financial advice, just a day trader trading Bitcoin alongside of you guys. Actually, I'm trading Ethereum these days, but I love Ethereum. I like the way it moves, and so I've been trading that one pretty well. All right, guys. One more thing. Okay, let's jump in and see what's happening here. All right, so. Just looking at the chart here, guys, not to spend a lot of time on the macro analysis. There's time for that. But the question of the macro is, what is this structure here, okay? As Elliott Wave traders, obviously, we look at structure and we say, what is the function of this price movement? It's up, down, up, okay. It's really working a specific range here. My mouse is not functioning properly, guys. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's see if I can figure it out here. But we're working a specific price range, up and down. And whenever price oscillates, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. It's hard to figure out what price is doing, okay? Because every time it goes up, there are guys out there thinking, yeah, here we go. Price is getting ready to go on up. But nope, it just drops down, makes the lower low, and then it starts going up again. Okay, this time it's going up, and then it starts coming down, and it goes up. And so what happens in this kind of a range is emotions get high, and nobody knows which way the price is going. If you ask a bullish guy, he's like, oh yeah, this is a bull flag, and it's getting ready to go up, up, up. Okay, and that's a plausible concept for sure. If you talk to a bearish guy, he's like, no, this is like a 1-2. Oh, come on. This is like a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and it's getting ready to dump, and it's going to dump hard. Okay, or you're looking at this as a W, X, and then we get a Y wave coming later, or an A, B, and a C wave coming later. So a bearish guy's looking at this as just a corrective structure. Okay, so that's kind of where we are. On the macro, we're not. We have ideas of what this could be. If it is a bullish bullish flag, as chart guys like to say, we Elliott waivers. We were just like, it's just a correction in the trend, and we're getting ready to go. Then up we go is what we're looking for. The problem is, guys, here's the problem. This is dragging out too long. It seems it's too long, and the structure is so big. It is hard from an Elliott wave perspective. The longer this takes, it is hard to see this structure as proportional and part of one continuous wave. In other words, when a wave, how do I say it? When a wave impulses, okay, it impulses in 5 waves. It goes up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and what I've just drawn for you right there is the general proportionality of a normal impulse wave. Okay, what happens is when a particular wave gets too big, okay, it often denotes that it's not actually part of an impulse wave, but rather it is a turning point or a larger corrective wave of after a finished impulse or a finished correction. In other words, if price is moving up, we got a 1, 2, okay, and then it goes up like this, and then it starts doing this, what we're doing, and all of a sudden you start to get really, really big. This is getting large, too large. We're looking for something like this in comparison to this. We want to see a certain proportionality between the waves. You want to see wave 4 with some kind of proportional nature to wave 2. Okay, and also you want to see that same proportionality as it relates to the other waves as the impulse. Okay, so this wave is beginning to be somewhat big, and it's almost like, you know what, it's instead of this being a 1, 2, 3, 4 and looking for 5, it's more likely potentially that this is A, B, C, and now this is the beginning of a larger move to the downside. Okay, so in other words, we have an A, B, C here, and now we have some kind of secondary move happening, and now we're maybe working on the B wave to the upside. Okay, so that's really, if you wanted to know what's in Jim's mind, those are some of the major thoughts that I'm thinking. The longer this wave takes to play out, the less likely we're going up, in my opinion. Okay, or at least the less likely, let me say it this way, the less likely it is that this wave is a wave 4 of a 5-wave impulse. Well, I'm having a hard time tonight with my stuff here. So the longer this wave takes, the less likely this is a 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, looking for 5. Because when you get a 3 and a 4, the 5 wave usually comes very quick, powerfully, hits the high, and rejects. This has not come quick. Now, it doesn't mean it can't come quick, but I'm simply saying the longer it takes, the more time it takes, the less likely I think it is that is part of an impulse wave. It leads me to think that this is actually part of a larger move, a larger complex correction that's taking us down rather than up. Okay? But it's not invalidated yet. It's not an invalid proposal to think that this is some kind of a bullish flag or correction and this is getting ready to pump out of it. That's not invalid. It's not illogical. It's not wrong to think that. In fact, I think you should be well aware of that possibility. Okay, that's certainly on the table. Now, looking at going down to the 2-hour chart, let's kind of just look at this for a moment. You have an argument here from a wave structure standpoint. You could say, hey, I've got a W wave, an X wave or an X here, and a Y wave here. There's an argument right there. It says you got a W, X, and a Y. And that's a finished correction. It's done. It's complete. It's finished. And if that's the case, that could be the wave 4. That could be your wave 4. Then we would have to say, okay, if that's the case, then we have a 1 wave right here, right there. And that this is a 3-wave correction there. There's your 2 wave right there. This is 1. That's 2. You know what this is right here? This is the beginning of wave 3 to the upside. That's what that looks like. Looks like it's the beginning of wave 3. So, it looks very much like there's a real chance this is getting ready to pump and pump up out of here. Okay? So we need to really look at this wave and say, hey, this is a real possibility. We're going to look at the evidence for that possibility. We're going to say, what would we expect to see and why would we expect to see it? If that's going to go to the upside, what kind of wave structure would we want to see? What would you be looking for on the chart? Okay? But there's another possibility here that says, hey, listen, this right here is a 3-wave correction, and it's finished. This is the beginning wave of a major sell-off that's getting ready to happen. And we're going to go down and take the low out, and we could go even lower than that. Okay? I'm in a Ethereum short right now, and I'm looking to take my profit here after this little dumpy move here. Give me a second, guys. Coming to a place I would expect. Ooh, look at how dumpy that is. Go, baby, go. I took profit. There it is. Nice. Made 100% on my margin. It's always a nice, profitable trade. Boom. Getting rejection there. Looks nice. I hit this dump here, and I hit this dump here. Guys, I made 200% on this move, and I made 100% on... Well, I made 100% twice on here. So I've made 400% just in the last 2 hours trading. You guys want to learn to trade? I'd love to have you in the Discord. I do live trading in the morning. And by the way, guys, and if you're in the Discord already, don't forget the new schedule is it's from 6:30 till 7:30. I'm doing live trading and put out my videos in the morning now, and then evening updates. So anyway, that's the new schedule. But if any of you out there, you're struggling to make money, guys, listen. I struggled for years to make money, and trading is hard. It's very hard. And if you don't learn to control your emotions and your psychology, you're going to lose your shirt. So if you're losing your shirt out there and you need some help, and that's why you're here watching the channel to see what Jim thinks where the market's going. See, the thing is, it doesn't matter where the market goes. We can trade it either way, whether it goes up or down. And so you have to learn to be emotionless You have to learn to throw out all your biases. And you have to learn to look at the market both ways, as a bull and as a bear. And you have to be able to see both sides of the argument. And you have to be willing to trade. In fact, I saw some evidence here, right in here, of a potential move to the upside. I was like, oh, there's 3 waves. This might want to go here. But there was a certain point that this wave told me, hey, no, this is going down. I cut the trade and lost 25% of my margin. Not my margin, but I lost 25%. It was a 25%er. I lost loser, but I turned around and made 200 and some percent on the trade because I flipped the trade the right direction. Okay, and so you're just gonna have to learn to rule yourself and rule your emotions. Take small losses and trade with the market, whatever it's doing. If you need a strategy, would love to help you with your strategy. Come on into the Discord. It's very reasonable as far as the cost for the Discord. It's only $40 a month. 1 month you get access to all the educational resources available in there, plus access to the daily videos and the community. Granted, it's been a little quiet lately. I'd love to have some more people coming in to rejuvenate the conversation. We'll make the Gym of All Trades Discord great again. I said that the other day. It was funny. Anyway, I'd love to have you guys. All right. Well, anyway, that's my commercial there for the trading group. Love to have you in there if you want to be a part of a good trading group with people from all over the world. Love to have you. Anyway, all right. Let's see. No 100x long right now. I just took profit. We're not gonna. I'll look for another setup and take some money, make some money. Let's see. New to your channel. Well, welcome, sir. Welcome, 4-star strength. What's the possibility of the balance here on the channel? Looks good. Oh yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's go to Bitcoin here and just kind of say, okay, what's happening here? What's happening with this wave here? Let's zoom out just a little bit and just do some work there. Sorry, I got diverted making money. So, what's happened here is the bullish count. The bullish count is relying on this being a finished WXY. Okay, there's your bullish count, and then what's ensuing afterwards is you have a 1, and then this is a wave 2, and it's a nice flat. Looks finished, looks done, looks complete, unless they want to make it complex, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But then we want to see a pump up out of here for wave 3, 4, and 5. And that's where we get to 100K. Okay, and I believe that this wave 5, you see how big this structure is? As big as, and again, just talking the bullish count here, as big as this 1, 2 is, that's going to say wave 3 is going to be up here to 100K, no problem. No problem. Wave 4 will consolidate up here, and I think 125 to 130K is very likely if this is a bullish count. Okay, so Craig, I don't know your situation. I can't tell you whether you should get out of your long or not. It just depends on where your entry is and what is your invalidation. What's your trade idea? Are you leveraged long, or are you spot trading long? Those are the things you want to pay attention to. So if you need to learn how to trade and make those decisions yourself, Craig, I'd love to. I'll be glad to teach you and even give you some trading advice within the Discord. I can't give you trading advice out here. It's too much, and there's too much that goes into decision making, and you have to have you have to have your own situation set up there. So, all right. So, yes, double make it rain. Yes, there's a double three. Absolutely on the small time frame, which I'm going to show you. That's the bearish. That's the bearish look. We'll get there in just a second. So yeah, hold on to that thought because we're going there. Okay, excellent. By the way, good eye on that. Good eye on that. It certainly looks like a double three for sure. And so that's why I'm betting down. I've been shorting the mess out of this little dump here. But I'm waiting for setups. Waiting for setups, taking my profit. Waiting for setups, taking my profit. Again, I mean, I leveraged about 15% of my margin at 100x, and then made two 200% gain trades. So, guys, you can trade and make money no matter where the market's going. Okay, you just have to have a strategy and a rule set and emotionless trading that you can discipline to follow your rules. It took me a long time. I really did. It took me quite a while to become consistently, trading well. In fact, I've been dealing with my own personal demons. There's a long story to my trading journey, but basically, I've spent the last 8 months, I think 8 months to a year, disciplining myself back into proper trading, and it's taken me this long to finally just get consistently doing what I've always done, because some bad trade decisions and some bad mishandling of trades can really lead you to some losses and to screw your psychology up. And when your psychology's screwed up, guys, you're going to trade really, really bad. Okay, so anyway, if you need help, if you're struggling psychologically in the trading world, I even have a mentorship. I'd be glad to teach you my exact strategy over a month. Trade alongside you for a month. It's 300 and I think it's 350 for a month mentorship. You can't beat it. And I'll teach you everything I know, and then and you can stay in the Discord and have access to me every day and practice what you learn in a month or two. I'm not saying that you can learn everything there is to learn in a month as far as learning to trade. It's just the question is, can you master yourself, guys? Can you master yourself? Those of you are asking me, should you get out of your trade? If you don't already have a decision for that right now, if you don't already know whether you should be getting out or not right now, if you don't already have that decision made for you before you enter the trade, then you have a problem. You're gambling and you're not trading. And I don't mean to say that meanly. I'm just, Craig, I want you to understand that's something you got to understand. You need to know what is your criteria for taking profit, okay? And what is your strategy, right? Anyway. All right. So anyway, bull mark, the bull count. Bull count here. This is a 1-2 and it's finished. Okay. And then we're looking for this. Now the question is, what is going on right in here? Okay, what's going on right here? Okay. Now I look at this and I say, is that an impulse wave? Does this look like an impulse wave to you? And make it rain. No. It doesn't look like an impulse. It looks like a correction. This looks like 3, 3, 3. Okay. And I know that 4-star strength is looking at this parallel channel here and saying, yeah, look at that. Is this a good bounce? No, it is not a good bounce in my book. My expectation is that you're going to see this flag out. More than likely, it's going to drop. It's going to flag out. And then I'm expecting personally to see a dump. Now, is that a guaranteed? No, it's not a guaranteed. But some of the reasons why is this wave structure that I'm looking at right here looks very corrective. Okay. Now, I do think there is a long trade here to be had. There is a long trade to be had, but it's not forever. Okay, and I don't know that I'd be looking for a long here. In fact, I'm staying out of the longs for now. I want to see the trades that I've taken so far this evening. I'll just show you. Okay. I took them in Ethereum, but I'll just show you real quick what I took. The first one I took is I was looking at this right here, and I was thinking, oh, look at this. That's a B, and I wanted to take that C wave. Okay, and I was thinking we were going to get a C wave up and then a dump. And so I was going to trade that C wave to the upside, and I went long right in here somewhere, thinking it was going to go. When it started rolling over right here, okay, and it broke that trend line right there, I took my loss and I went short, and I caught that wave on the downside. Okay, so I lost 25% to make 200%. Okay, then when this thing started coming back up and consolidated, and then it rolled over, and then it created this corrective structure right there. On that break, I went short. It came back up and then rolled right on over. And on this dump, while we were live, I took my profit right there on that trade. Okay. Anyway, so those are the two trades. That's the two shorts that I took tonight. Okay, and both of them, one of them was 200%, another one was 100%. I think another one was 60. Because actually, I this one right here, I think I took profit there and re-entered on that break there. So when that gave me a corrective structure there, that's a three-wave move back to the upside, and it started rolling over. I took the short again. Okay, so when I see corrective structures going against the trend, right now the trend is down, right? And so as I get corrective structures that I recognize, I trade the continuation move, and I don't look to make 10% moves. I just look to make anywhere from 20 to 1%, and if it gives it to me, like this was just a gift to give me that 200% that fast. It was just a gift to me. I don't usually hold trades that long. Longest I usually hold them is at about 1% if they take a while. I only take more if they dump quick, and then once it starts to fizzle, I take my profit and I get out and I look for another trade. So use Elliott Wave. Of course I use Elliott Wave. Emery Perez. I use Elliott Wave for analysis and understanding, and I'm constantly using Elliott Wave principles to distinguish between impulses and corrections constantly. But I have other ways that I enter into trades that I'd be glad to teach you. But and I just gave you some examples of trades that I've taken tonight. So, anyway, all right. I hope that helps you. I'm glad to teach you everything I know. Again, come on into the Discord. Just join my Patreon. Okay, now back to Bitcoin. I personally believe that this is a W, X, and a Y. It's a double three, as Make It Rain mentioned. Okay, that channel as you speak 4-star strength is a corrective channel. Looking for this. It's already begun to dump. Let's look at Ethereum for a moment. Ethereum has already broken its structure, okay? Bitcoin has not broken its structure yet, but Ethereum has. This is the 8-hour chart, okay? Now just check it out for a moment. You had this corrective structure here. Boom. It broke down. Boom. And now we have another corrective structure, just like this smaller version. And it's already broken down. I'm looking for any kind of a pullback and more downside. I'm looking, you see this wave right here? This wave right there is very similar to what we're getting right here. It means that this thing's probably going to roll over for another wave. I am looking for short entries, and I will take shorts on that move all the way down. And I will take more. My personal strategy is I don't take a short and hold them. I take a short on pull. I take my profit on the smaller time frames, and I look for continuation moves and times to get in. So anyway, this is broken. Okay, this is Ethereum has broken its structure already. Boom. Now, it's pretty oversold right now in the 1 hour. That means it's due for a bounce. Okay, so I would like to see it consolidate and correct so that this has time to come back up. Okay, but then I would expect to see a continuation move tomorrow or Tuesday. To Wednesday. It just depends. We may have consolidation and correction over the next day or half a day or 3/4 of a day or whatever. But then after that, I would expect another move down. Okay, but we are pretty oversold here. Now this is Ethereum, and this is a wave structure analysis on Ethereum. But the Ethereum, the point here to bring you is that Ethereum has already broken its structure. It's already broken. Okay, now back to Bitcoin, it's still in the channel. It has begun to break to the downside, but it's still in the channel. That means the larger structure hasn't broken the channel, but here's where it has broken. If you draw this trend line right here, that one right there, this wick excluded. Okay, it has broken. My personal belief is that this is breaking down and it's going to continue. It's going to continue down to the downside. Okay. Now, this is small time frame analysis, guys. So the question is, what is this wave? Now, you could argue, you might argue that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure how valid that count is, but it's at least a possibility. In which case, if that's an impulse wave, there's wave 1, and we're in the middle of a wave 2. Now, if this is a WXY and not bullish, but rather it's a WXY, then we're expecting more lows to come. Ethereum suggests those lows are probable and possible because it's already broken the structure to the downside. So, If it breaks to the downside, then what you want to look for is a big three-wave move. Zooming out, you've got 3, 3, and then we get another 3 down. Doesn't take the low out, but it then goes up. Okay, now what you're going to want to see if you're bullish is you're going to want to see this consolidate here. 3 waves and then a move to the upside. That's what you need to see if you're bullish. That's what you want to see. Here's what you're going to want to draw on your chart. We've got several trend lines to draw. We got this. Oh, come on. Draw this trend line right here. Oh, come on. There we go. Draw that trend line right there. And if you get a price break of that line right there, that is a bullish signal. And especially once, considering the wave structure that this creates, in breaking that to the upside, that'll change the way I look at that wave. If it looks corrective to the upside, looks like it's correcting. If price looks like it's just a rebound of a downward move and it's just correcting a little move, then I'm going to remain bearish. However, if it breaks impulsively, okay, if it breaks to the upside impulsively, then we're gonna get more bullish. Okay, so here's your first trend line. Your second trend line, where you get doubly bullish, is a break of that right there. And depending on the wave structure, what you would want to see is we want to see this maybe a 3-wave here, and that's what the dump is that we're getting right now. It's part of a 3-wave correction. And then you want to see after tomorrow, probably Tuesday into Wednesday, you're going to want to see this start pumping to the upside pretty hard. Now my take right now, small time frame. All right. What you're going to want to see right here, if this trend line holds right here, this channel holds this trend line, and you see a move to the upside, that's going to be a bullish signal. Shoot, you can even get on the 15-minute here. Forget this larger trend line that I drew. Draw this one. Let's see a break of that to the upside. That'd be good. Draw this one as well. An initial break of that, it'll be very bullish. If it just corrects to this level and then rolls over, that's going to be more bearish. Small time frame. We'll pull the retrace fibs on this thing. We'll pull the retrace on here. Right there. There it is. If this 618 holds here, 618 retrade, that's what you want to see that. You want to see that hold. Right now, what we've got is we've got the beginning makings of an impulse wave. Right here, 3-wave, boom. Double correction. Let's see if the 618 holds, and maybe we'll get a move to the upside. Okay? All right. So there it is, guys. That's where we are. That's where we are in this wave. So, question of the week. We're going to get a pullback and more dumpage. If it dumps, will 55K hold? That's the 618 retrace of this wave. If it does, and then we get a pop back to the upside, that's super bullish. That's what we want to see for bulls. But if you're bearish, guys, if you're bearish, then what you're looking for is you're looking for this thing to dump, consolidate, dump harder, consolidate, dump harder, taking out this low. Okay? You really want to see that if you're bearish, because that's going to confirm that this wave right here was simply corrective, and this is the continuation of the next move. Then what you do is you can start looking at this as maybe a WXYXZ, in which you've got W. Come on. You've got WXY. No, sorry, incorrect. Try again. WXYXZ. Not a big fan of that, but that would be like the beginning stage. And there's other ways to count that as a WXY. But the point is that would be a corrective structure that needs to finish. And you guys know, how many of you guys know what I've been calling this area at 40K to 48K? What have I been calling that for week after week after week? That area right there. That's what I'm waiting to see if anybody's going to answer the question in the chat. That area right there is real support. That's real support. That's real price support. If we get if that holds right there, a move down to here, then you have a real chance for a larger, more sustained bounce right down in here to the upside like that, or corrective like that. But we've got all kinds of time, guys. There's so much time to track this wave, but those are the big ideas. Those are the large macro scale ideas of waves. But you know, we don't trade those macro waves, guys. They take, unless you're just investing, because they take months and years to play out. That macro, what I've drawn right here on the chart, that's years of price action. That's 2 years almost. Okay? So what we want to see is let's just spend time on the 30-minute chart. Okay, let's see what's going to go on in here. So right now, come on, what's at stake here is whether this trend line holds. I do not believe it's going to hold. Personally, I don't believe. I'm looking for short entries. That's what I believe. Now, what we want to see a retrace to the 618, 786. Of this wave, and we want to see it hold. So will this find a bounce here on this trend line? Maybe. Or is this going to pull back and roll over? Pull back, roll over. All right. All right, guys. That's it. That's the Bitcoin analysis. That's where we are this week. Okay, that's where we are this week. Right in here. Is this going to turn up and go up? I don't think so. Not personally. I think personally that this is going to break more than likely. I do not think this trade is going to hold. But I am looking for shorts. There's no doubt about it. All right, what's S&P and NASDAQ doing? What's it? Let's just do a quick market analysis here of the standard markets just to see what they're doing. Okay, S&P, how are you doing? All right, so S&P got a bit of a dump, right? But then we got a complete rebound after that. So we're still holding our bullish sentiment on the S&P. We still pumping here. We're not finished. This wave isn't done. We had a nice pullback here. We had a pullback here. It rebounded, and it's still bullish for now. Not bullish forever, just bullish for now. All right, looking at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ did the same thing. That is a NASDAQ. Where's this? Oh, S&P and the NASDAQ look exactly the same. Okay, perfect. So, yep. So, what we're looking for in the NASDAQ here is a finished wave. Man, NASDAQ looks a lot more finished. So, I'm looking to see if this is going to turn and break down to the downside. Or is this is probably going to break up. I wouldn't mind seeing a pop off top here. Just boom, just blow off and then reject. That's probably what we're going to see. It's probably going to be pumping. All right, let's take a peek at Tesla. I haven't looked at Tesla in a while. Yeah, Tesla's the same. We got a nice WXY here. It looks finished. And now we got a three-wave move right here. Boom, boom, boom. So what's going on right here? This looks like an intermediate wave setting up for another correction to the upside. So this is going to be a WX and a Y back to the upside before we... So there looks to be in the NASDAQ, guys, a rally coming. And that rally is going to probably take us back up soon. So Tesla, I think, is pointing out here that we have a WX and a Y working. And this is going to work its way up over the next period, next 6 months. Okay? So over the next quarter, guys, we should see a rally of Tesla. But after that, I'm expecting a dump. That's the way Tesla's looking to me. WX, Y. So I'm looking for a rally between now and the next 6 months. Does that mean buy it right now? I mean, maybe, maybe not. I'd have to look on the smaller time frame. Okay. Let's take a peek at not gas, but silver. This is silver. Silver is looking pretty bullish here. Okay, you had a nice look at this. Look at this, very bullish. You had a nice three-wave move, boom, and now we're working our way up. All right, that looks so bullish. Gold, so bullish. Guys, the markets are for gold and silver looking really good. Looking for maybe a blow off top for Tesla and Nasdaq. Not a blow off top for Tesla, but for Nasdaq, a blow off top, and the S&P, and maybe to finish the quarter out. And then after the elections, that's when everything's going to probably turn. All right, guys. I'm giving my analysis. There it is. I'm personally looking for some kind of an intermediate pullback here on Bitcoin. Small time frame. Small time frame basis. Looking for a little bit of a pullback, but continuation down is the way to go, more than likely. So my wave forecast right now is bearish for this week. But we may be finding a bottom here and starting to work our way back to the upside. We'll see what happens. Guys, I'm pretty tired. I've had a really long weekend. We're gonna call it that. We're gonna call that our live tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if you need anything, and as far as any charts you want me to look at, especially if you're in the Discord. Let me know, guys. I'll get those charts out to you. But anyway, Chemo, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. We're gonna call it a night. Let's see what happens. We got bull and bear ideas. I'm just as bullish as I am bearish right now, but I think the wave structure, just to give you my call, this looks corrective. This looks down. So that's the next move. Down. How far? We'll see if the 618 holds and we get a bounce off of it. With that said, guys, have a great night. We'll see you later.